Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So let's start. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Design Scholae. We are a leading marketplace for education. We help and train people for UI UX designing. Today, we are having an expert interview session with a very, just a second, with a very young and talented UI UX designer, Aafrin Damani. Aafrin has been designing for quite some time now. So we will discuss with her about the aspect and the future of UI UX designing. Welcome, Aafrin. Thank you for having on board. So our agenda will be about we'll be talking about UI UX designing, introduction, future of design, and everything. So moving forward. So Aafrin, as we start, we would like to know more about your journey as a UI UX designer, how it has been for you.
First of all, thank you for the introduction. My journey as a UI UX designer has been exciting and full of experiences and knowledge, of course. So I learned design for my undergraduate studies, and then I was introduced to UI UX in a college workshop. Since then, I am practicing UI UX and I have done quite a few projects. And for more knowledge, I took up a course on Coursera, and that has helped me a lot. I got a lot of knowledge from that course.
Okay. So that's quite a tremendous journey. If we move ahead, so if I ask you, why do you think that the designers are in demand right now? What's your take on that?
Designers it's true that designers are in demand because, the customers, the audience is looking for ease of access and comfort in whatever products they are choosing, like be it physical or be it digital products. So, and the companies are also providing design oriented services. So they want designers to, use the proper process in the products they are involved with. So, yeah, there is a high demand of designers.
Okay. Since you are designing for a long time, what do you think? How is the future? How people are coping up? If you could lead us to that way.
So, since you know that everything is converting into has been converted into digital products, like we use a lot of apps and smartphones every day, and in a day I don't know how many times, with just one click we are able to order food and do online shopping and everything. So if we see that, future in the future, everything totally 100%, it might be, everything might be digitally. So yeah, in the future the designers will be, um, the main focus. So everyone will be like, yeah, we want designers to design this, we want designers to do in our company, be it a startup or be it a, multinational company or
Yeah, we can
whatever
say we
the
are in a
company is.
digitalization era, right?
Yes.
So that's been working very well for us. So that's the reason we're in a high demand for designers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving ahead, you can see that COVID has been very hard on everyone. Many industries are facing a hard time. People have lost their jobs. So it was quite a bummer for everyone. If I ask, as a UI UX designer, what's your take on current job scenario in COVID?
See, it's true that COVID has impacted a lot of jobs, be it non-designers or be it laborers or be it designers. So it has affected a lot of jobs because now after COVID, the companies are want to invest in designers who are best, who are they provide best services to the company. So there's a lot of competition in designer in the jobs. So you have to be best in what you do because if you are not best, you won't get the job. And the companies want to invest in designers who are providing the best services to them. So they won't just hire designers because you know uh, they see that they will do good, but they are looking for designers who are best and who have experiences. But of course, there are jobs also for freshers. So yeah, it has affected a lot.
So you said companies are hiring the best, they want the best. What can you give
Yeah.
if I ask you any tips that you think will make a designer best for his job?
For designers, I would like to say that have fun while designing. And if you are passionate about design, only then go into the design field. Otherwise, just don't do it just for the sake of doing it, or don't do it just because you want to earn money.
Yeah,
Do it because uh, you find it interesting, you find it exciting, and you are having fun while designing. Otherwise, it's of no use.
you should have a zeal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be in this and have a creative mind to play around.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So before we move ahead, is there any particular tip that you would like to give budding designer?
As I said that you should have fun while designing, and it should design should excite you. It should you know you if you don't have fun while designing, if it is not what to say, if it is not you are not happy with what you are doing, then I don't think it 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 will benefit you in any way. So be if you are creative enough to solve problems, not just in the design field but also in your personal life. If you are a problem solver, then yeah, uh, design you'll enjoy design.
So you're saying we can take a look at our personal lives and lives around here, and they'll be benefit the designer.
Yeah, so see, design includes problem solving skills also.
Hmm.
So if you are able to do that in design, you are able to do that in your if you are able to do it in your personal life, then of course you can solve problems in the design field also.
Okay, so I guess that's quite some tips that you have given. Moving on, what do you think if we go deep, if we talk deeply about it, what do you think? What is the role of a research? I mean, what is the skills that is required to be a designer?
Skills required, I mentioned creativity and problem solving. Apart from that, if you are able to understand the user or the person in front of you, or the user, the person using a particular product or a digital service, yeah, that would be good enough because while designing, you need to interact with the user to understand his point of views. That will help in the end result of the um, service. So yeah, problem solving, creativity, and understanding the user.
Okay, so if I ask, can anyone become a designer, UI UX designer? What's your take on that?
Sorry,
If I may ask, can anyone become a UI UX designer? What's your take on that?
anyone, I won't say that anyone can become, because see, UI UX design is related to a lot of things. It requires a lot of skills, like I mentioned the skills. And if if a person or a student, I say, if he or she has those skills, and if he or she is passionate about designing and providing services to the customer, which includes comfort and ease of access, then I think you can be a UI UX designer.
Okay, that sounds good. Moving ahead, if we go deep, what do you think? What is the role of research in UI UX design?
Research plays an important role in UI UX design, because when we follow the UI UX process, research is something which lets you understand for whom you are designing, that is the target audience. It helps you understand the market scenario of the uh, product you are designing for. It helps you understand the competition. And with research, you can get a lot of understanding about the trends that are in the market, and um, other such things for the related to the product you are designing.
Okay, very good. If we move ahead, what tools do you suggest while designing?
Tools, there are a lot of tools, there are a lot of tools which keep on coming, and there are updated versions and everything. But Figma, Sketch, InVision, and Xmind is a tool, and Adobe XD. These all are tools where you can brainstorm, and you can create screens for the UI UX.
Okay, if you would like to elaborate more.
So these tools have their own advantages and disadvantages. When you explore these tools, you'll understand that what you are comfortable with. So if you see in Figma you can brainstorm also. You can create screens, you can create a presentation, you can create animation. And if you see Sketch works only on iOS devices. So the people using iOS devices can explore Sketch. Xmind is a tool which helps you create mind maps and helps you brainstorm your ideas. And it has proper, not tutorials, but it has charts which you can use. So, it looks visually appealing when you use those charts, and you can directly copy paste those in your presentations. So that is an easy tool to use, and it's very quick. So you just brainstorm, you just mind map, and you can just export that image to your presentation. So it's really quick.
Okay, very well. If we move forward, what are some tips for making a portfolio in design? If you'd like to give some tips.
So I've always heard this from my mentors and my professors, that You should always focus on, the process when you are working on a project. Of course, you should focus on the end result also, but when you uh, show the process you used while you for the end result, it helps the client or it helps the recruiter understand that yes, apart from designing the screens, also the process you have used in UI UX design. So, for example, if you have shown the screens, but along with those screens, you have showed that how did you reach to the end result. That will help the recruiter or the client understand that yes, you know the process, you know the steps involved, and you have used it. So yeah, always use the UI UX design process and show it also.
Yeah. Moving ahead, how can someone improve in design?
Um, for this, I would say that you know, read um, books related to design, practice it, be it graphic design, be it UI UX design, be it product design, or be it lifestyle or jewelry design. Unless and until you practice, you won't understand that what you are good at and what you need to improve at. So yeah, one can improve by reading and practicing a lot.
So practice makes a man perfect.
Yeah,
So you should read
totally.
and practice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your take on design thinking?
Design thinking is a very popular term, I would say,
Mhm.
and design thinking helps you think practically, and it is not just for design field, but it is also for businesses, and it is used in businesses, and it helps you get a clear vision of the opportunities in your project or in your business, and it not only involves designers but also involves other members of the department in a business, to come and give their point of views and everything. And it also helps to create alternative solutions, so that for a problem there's not only one solution but there are alternative solutions also, so that and it also helps you think out of the box. So I would like to read and mention something which I read recently, and it's from the Interaction Design Foundation blog, which I have read, and it says that design thinking techniques and strategies belong at every level of a business. You should involve colleagues from a wide range of departments to create a cross-functional team which can utilize knowledge and experience from this different specialisms. So even it mentions that you should invite your colleagues from other departments to participate in the design thinking process. So it's not only for designers, but it's also for businesses and other fields.
Yeah. So after you have been working for quite some time now, if I ask you,
Yeah.
how do you think? How do you have a creative mind? How you perceive things from your personal experience? What would you say?
Um, I would say that yes, I have been designing, and it's been a roller coaster ride
Yeah.
with new experiences and new learnings every day. Because when you learn design in your college and in your design studies, You always think that how would this be implemented on a project, though you do a lot of projects in your college, but when you do it in your real life, you understand that yes, there's a different process when you do the projects with the clients. So the client has different responses to your solutions, and you get to know that how the client mind works, because um, at the end you have to present it to your client, and you are designing for the client. So yeah, it has been full of learnings, and it's a lot. You can be as creative as you can in design, because the more creativity involved, um, the more creativity is involved, the more creative your design looks, because at the end it's also it should also look visually appealing, because unless and until it satisfies your eyes, it might just not work with the user, because along with the comfort and ease of access for the user, the visual part also plays is important.
Yeah, so the presentation is very important. It should be
Yes.
user friendly and the user should like
Yeah.
it, be comfortable with it, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, I think at last, if you would want to give an advice to some freshers who want to be in this field, who want to learn UI UX designing, any advice?
Um, I would like to say that there's a lot of competition out there in the market. So only if you are, sure and you are confident about uh, becoming a UI UX designer, then only you should go ahead, because I've seen people switch their design jobs from uh, marketing to UI UX design, and architects to UI UX design, because they find UI UX design very fascinating at some point of time, and then when they are actually doing it and preparing for UI UX, and they are doing the projects, they get confused that what we learned, how do we implement it in the projects. So I would say that yes, on the internet, and when we hear from the recruiters or some experts, we hear that it pays well, but don't go with that thing. Only if you're confident enough to switch your job roles from some other field to UI UX design, then only do it.
So, you talked about someone changing a job. I'm asking about a fresher. Um, if someone has just
Freshers,
passed or want to learn this, so what will you have? Any tips if you want to give? What should he do? How he should move forward?
freshers, I would like to say that keep learning every day. Keep learning about UI UX design every day, because there every day there are so many new design tutorials are updated, or new ways are there on YouTube to design the screens, or to in UI UX design, not only to design screens but also in the process. There are so many other ways, and also you will find when you learn, you will find a lot of information on the internet, but always try and test it your way, and what works for you, use that. Just because it is working for someone else, uh, it's not necessary that it will work for you also. So always try and keep testing what you are learning.
Okay, very well. So I guess it's a wrap for now. A very special thanks to Aafrin for sharing your experience. It has been a very informative and wonderful session.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching. For any guidance and query, you can contact us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. We are by the name Design Scholae. You can also visit us at designscholae.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Aafrin. It was a
Thank you
wonderful
so much.
session. And thank you for being on
Same here.
board. I guess you feel the
Yeah.
same.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care.